Hi everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to another video. Welcome to A to Z of my Blu-ray and 4K collection. Yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at the letter O. O for Oscar. I'm quite calm and chilled at the minute. Let's find out why. Okay, yeah, so the letter O. So, this is nice because there aren't many. There ain't a lot of letter O films. I'm fearing when I get to the S's and the P's. But there we go. So we'll take a look at what we've got here. One pickup from a month ago actually, which is M. So a little mop up is Marvel's Man-Thing film. Yeah, I've got it in a Blu-ray box with a case, but it is actually the DVD inside because it didn't actually get a Blu-ray physical release. So I had a cover made for it, and so it could sit in with my Blu-rays with the DVD inside. So a bit of a cheap one, but there you go. But so let's get started on what's in front of me here, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So let's start here. Let's start with this one. Here I have film Occupation. Yes, it's still sealed. It's a sci-fi film. I got them recently. And its sequel, Occupation Rainfall. I don't know nothing about them. They're complete blind buys, and I mean to watch them. I see in the sequel you've got... Who have you got in it? Tamara Morrison stars, Jason Isaacs, Ken Jeong. It's got some people in it. In the first one, Tamara Morrison's in that. Yeah, so I'll give them a watch. I think they're Australian films or something, but I like sci-fi, so I will give both of them a watch. Occupation's the first one. Occupation Rainfall is the sequel. Oh, I don't know. Bit of Quentin for you. Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was alright. I didn't mind it. It was not his best film. Nowhere near his best film, but it was okay. Then stepping into Disney territory, we have James Franco in the Oz, the Great and the Powerful. I didn't mind the film. I thought it was all right. I quite liked it. Are you a Seth Rogen fan or are you a Seth Rogen hater? Either way, I've got the film Observe and Report, which stars Seth. And it's a comedy film that... I've got DVD sat in there as well. Comedy film that I didn't mind. I didn't mind it. I thought it had its moments. Yeah. Okay, so now I can't talk about this one without talking about something else. Okay, so here we have Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Yeah. Now, this is the only film in the trilogy, El Mariachi trilogy, that I have on Blu-ray. But a little while ago, Jimmy over at Jimmy Boy's Movies actually sent me this. It's DVD, but I shall show it just for the sake of... because that brings this to mind. Which is Desperado and El Mariachi, the first two in this sort of tin special edition box. Which this little reel tin opens up, and you have the two films in here. One is there and one's underneath the thing there. So that was really nice of Jimmy over at Jimmy Boy's Movies to send me that. I don't know if he'd seen a video earlier saying that I didn't have, and you get art cards in the bottom as well. Didn't have the other two, and he sent me this. But however it came about, but he sent me this on the back of me buying Close Encounters of the Third Kind in this kind of a style collection box. Anyway, very nice of him to do, fantastic, and I was very, very happy with it because I didn't have them two. Even on DVD, I didn't have them. So it was nice to have the complete collection of them, you know. So thanks again, Jimmy, for that. Brilliant stuff. Now we have a horror film starring the Redhead, Karen Gillan, Doctor Who, Caravan of the Galaxy, Oculus. I saw a trailer for it and it looked quite interesting, but I've yet to still get around to watch that. Joel Coen and Ethan Coen film now, and I love this film. I think it's so good. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? German edition, obviously, as you can see by the thingy there. Yeah, George Clooney has such fantastic comic timing. He really does, and he's so good in this film. And this is just a really, really good film. Really good time. And then we have Oblivion. Yeah, Tom Cruise. Now, this was a recent purchase. I'll explain why. Do you remember when they released this and it came out in that silly white frame case, which I hated, and I've done a video saying, is this the worst packaging ever for a DVD? I threw that case away. And paid a couple of quid to get another version of this, like this. I kept the cards that came with it, obviously, and so obviously they will sit nicely within this release here. But that was just such an awful release. You can't put that thing on a shelf. I don't know if you remember the thing I mean, but regardless. Anyway, then we have Sean Connery, and this is a HMV Premium Collection Edition, number 19, and it is the movie Outland. Yeah. Boy, does it feel like this film is set within the Alien universe. You could take this, you could take Aliens films, you could take Blade Runner, and they all work within the context of each other. They really do. Good film, good film. Then we have the movie Open Range, Kevin Costner. German edition. I got German edition because it was actually cheaper than me getting the British edition. That's why I ended up with that. But, you know, I like Kevin Costner. I like him as an actor, as a filmmaker. So, you know, and it's a good film. Not seen it for a long time. And then I've got 2 copies of Once Upon a Time in America. This one I picked up in CEX a while ago. And then I went and got the Italian version of it, like that. Only this version here is the theatrical cut, which runs at 229 minutes. And this version here is the extended cut that runs for 251 minutes. So 22 minutes longer, that version to that version. Nice gold box on that one as well. Yeah, so, yeah. That just explains that one. Then I have the film Overlord. I remember enjoying it. I can't remember much about it. Is it World War II and zombies or something? Experiments. And then I have the movie The Old Guard, starring Charlize Theron. They're doing a sequel to this, I believe. The Old Guard 2. And yeah, it was alright. It's based on a comic book by Image Comics. I have read the comic. I do have the first issues of it somewhere. I didn't read it for very long. Then I've got a couple of Poundland pickups. So the first one is The Other Woman. You know, decent cast. Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann and Katie Holmes. What am I saying? Kate Upton. I don't know where I got Katie Holmes from. Anyway. Still sealed, obviously, but I've seen it years ago. And then the film Overdrive, which I picked up in Poundland, but I haven't seen that yet. I haven't watched it as a blind buyer. Now, this is a very divisive film for me. It really is. I'm going to tell you why. It's the film Outlaw. Right, because Sean Bean, I like Sean Bean, really good actor. Love the Sharp series, really good. I hate Danny Dyer. I can't stand the guy. Danny Dyer just winds me the hell up. And when I get under S, I've got another Danny Dyer film. Well, a film with him in, but there's a reason why I've got it. I think he's talentless. But there we go, Bob Hoskins as well in that one. Then we have Jim Caviezel in the film Outlander. Now, classic film. This film here is a classic, and it is. It's just brilliant film. You can't say it's not. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. A superb film. Titans of cult film. Why aren't you doing this as one of your releases? It's just, I'd recommend that film to anybody and everybody. Now, I am going to put these under O, and one's missing. Don't know where it's gone. Right, I'll find it in a minute. But anyway, so Olympus Has Fallen. We have a nice lenticular there. It was okay. Came out at the same time as White House Down, around the same, a few months apart. I do prefer White House Down over this. I think White House Down is the smart film. It's a slower paced film at the beginning. It's got more of a setup. If you watch it side by side with Die Hard, similar sort of setup, slower paced, but this throws you straight into the action. Got a sneeze. Pardon me for that. It's hay fever season. Hate this time of year. Yeah, so Olympus Has Fallen, but it was a fun film. And then the sequel, London Has Fallen. I'm putting this under O as the Olympus trilogy. I think there's a fourth one coming as well, isn't there, to make the fourth one. But anyway, basically, this one here doesn't work for me because I know London. I live in London. I've lived in London all my life. I know it like the back of my hand. The geography in this film is abysmal. They're going one way over a bridge to get to elsewhere. London seems deserted. Every policeman in it. There's loads of policemen and they're all baddies. Just not a good film at all. Yeah, it didn't work for me. Then we have Old Boy, the Josh Brolin one. Yes, it is sealed, but I have seen it. Just never opened it and rewatched it. Never seen the original version, upon which that is a remake of. And then we have the Oceans trilogy, 11, 12 and 13 in this box. I got it really cheap. German edition, obviously. Like that, all three of them. And then the all-female Oceans 8 sequel. Sandra Bullock, headlined by Sandra Bullock. Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, Awkwafina, I don't know, Rihanna, Helena Bonham Carter. So it's got a half-decent cast there. Good film. Or is it? Why did I say that? I don't know why I said that. I think I'm just on the autopilot. It ain't a good film. I'm talking nonsense. Okay, so now, I do have, but I don't know where I've put it, the third film in the Olympus trilogy, Angel Has Fallen. I'm sure it was there on the shelf when I took them all off, and now I can't seem to see it. Which is really odd. But anyway, so Angel Has Fallen is there under the O's for the Olympus trilogy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it is. I suppose it'll come across it when I... Anyway, this is AJ. I'm getting going. 2 weeks' time. P. Wow, that's going to be a big one. P will be big. Guarantee it. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Take care all and